Good.
Good evening. Charvot Barzel, the name of our war has been named Charvot Barzel, the swords of iron. Interestingly, I think it's just interesting that the word charvot of cherev is a feminine word, and Barzel, meaning iron, has been noted by Rabbi Yitzchak Ginsburg, interestingly, to be an acronym of the names of each of the four mothers who give birth to each of the tribes of the Jewish people. That we have Barzel, the Bet is for Bilhah, the Resh for Rachel, the Zion for Zilpah, and the Lamed for Leah. So we could understand this as our war being named as the swords of Bilhah, Rachel, Zilpah, and Leah. And what could that possibly mean? So just since Svi is on, I'll just say, I did think after Jeanette gave her talk last night, I told her that I thought that really this war should have been called Shimon and Levi, that would be good. But this is also good that we have Harvot Barzel, an acronym that reflects these women. So what does that mean and how can we understand that? I think that has been crystal clear through how the war has unfolded, that it is our identity as Jewish people that has been attacked. That is, it's nobody's yelling out two-state solution or anything like that. It is against the Jewish people for our identity as Jews. And when we see who were the people who created the Jewish people, are these four women who created the 12 tribes of Israel. I think it's interesting that what they contributed was their ability to have the identity of the Jewish people firmly entrenched and implanted in us. And I think that seeing the kind of very interesting phenomena of people who are secular, who have wanted to take on the mitzvot that are specifically about the identity as Jews, of tzitzit and tefillin. It's like, where is that coming from? Like, this is physical external identity as Jewish people. So I think that having this war be named that tells us what the attack is against really, and also what our strength is, that we are the Charvot, Barzel, the descendants of these women, that we are the ones who are the source of our strength here, and specifically that it would be the women. So interestingly, Rav Hirsch has a fascinating commentary about the family of Yaakov coming to meet up with Esav and talking about how he places each of his family members, that he puts first the Bilhah and Zilpah in front with their children, and then Leah with her children, and then Rachel with hers. But what he notices is the grammar when it describes the approaching Esav and the bowing. So this is in Pasuk Vav. Vatigashna hashvachot hena v'yaldehen vatishtachavena is all in the feminine. That the shvachot, that the maidservants draw near, they and their children, and they bow. Normally, if you have a mixed group of men and women, then the verb goes according to the masculine and not the feminine. But here it goes for the feminine, even though it's a mixed group of the maidservants and their children. And then the following verse, Vatigash gam le'ah, viladecha vayishtachavu, v'achar nigash Yosef v'Rachel vayishtachavu. After that, it says Vatigash gam le'ah. But then it says Viladecha vayishtachavu. Rav Hirsch points out and says that the notation about the feminine in the first verse about the maidservants is pointing out that there's going to be something different with Leah, that says that she approaches but that she does not bow, and specifically that it is a reference to her regal bearing, to her confidence, to her strength. It says the woman who stands tall even in time of danger, and is a person who is noble, proud, and self-respecting, the mother of the sons and the main pillar of the house, and that she does not bow. That she is the one who we also see then is the mother of Yehuda, who are the Jewish people now, that we are the Yehudim, and to be able to carry that trait from our mother Leah specifically, but all of the women, but specifically Leah, of what she adds to this concept of Barzel, of this iron sword that is going to be the protection of the Jewish people. So we have the women who are able to form that with the identity, giving the identity of the Jewish people, as well as their strength, their nobility, which we're seeing that the women, that although there are women in units in the IDF, that primarily the women are the ones who are at home, who are womening, staffing the home front and keeping their families strong, protected, sane, organized, and making sure that everything works, finding that balance of how to keep them protected from news, videos, but also being present to be able to take steps of whatever is necessary to keep them safe. And so that this is its own kind of feminine power, but it also speaks to the power of the Jewish people, of our identity, that is what is ultimately being threatened, and that is also the source of our strength. And Hashem should bless us that we should carry the regal strength of Leah and not bow to powers that are trying to destroy us in the face of danger, and not bow down to that, and have the strength to prevail as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Same time, same place tomorrow night. Hope to see everybody.